In 2004, Canon released a camera that some would consider a game changer. This camera recorded a beautiful 480p image right to miniDV tape, an outdated technology for recording movies. It recorded a true 24 frames per second, 30 and 60 interlace. It had XLR inputs to record professional audio, a kit lens with a 20x zoom that's basically a full frame equivalent to a 45 to 780mm. It had built-in NDs, custom presets, fully manual controls, and a sensor so small as if it hadn't hit puberty. This was the camera people wanted 20 years ago, and I just bought one. So yeah, I bought a Canon XL2, and when this camera was released in 2004, it was going for around $5,000. I just picked it up for like 150 bucks on eBay. Now I'm going to show you some footage of this camera in a minute, but right now I just want to tell you a couple things I learned about this camera since picking it up. First, as mentioned earlier, this camera takes miniDV tapes, and that is an outdated technology, so much to the point that computers don't even have the proper inputs anymore to be able to capture it. You have to get cables, adapters, and possibly even software to be able to get it on the computer. Second, what I learned is when shooting in 24 frames per second, you have to go into the camera settings and change it to 2332 mode and not the default 23 mode. I have no idea if I was doing something wrong or if my software was doing something wrong, but every time I would capture it, it would come up as a 30 frames per second and not a 24 frames per second file. So I don't know what these numbers mean, but 2332 captured it as a true 24 frames per second. So I've just been doing it that way. Other than that, this camera is incredible. It has all the professional features to be able to get some low quality goodness.
Introducing the Canon XL2 digital camcorder.
It's a super nostalgic look. In an age where people are applying filters to their photos and videos to get an old look anyway, I just decided why not just buy an old camera that basically does that for me.
Good point, Carlos.
Plus, it's 480p. When computers today are built to withstand 4K and 6K footage, editing 480p is like a walk in the park on cocaine, or whatever the saying is. Here's some footage. So who is this camera for? Great question you didn't ask. Honestly, this camera is for someone who likes spending money on old cameras. So if that's you, go ahead and pick one up. But also, this camera can be for hobbyists who just want that nostalgic look, or filmmakers who can utilize this look for a future project. It's not for everyone, but if you like the look of miniDV, why not pick one of these guys up? It's arguably one of the best miniDV cameras ever made. And again, the cables, adapters, and software needed to be able to capture it was kind of a nightmare, but once you have it, you got it. In the end, it's a fun piece of camera history, and I'm super glad I picked one up. If I never make another video again, appreciate you guys watching this one. See y'all around. Stay creative.